Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my last makeup monthly of the year. It was a relatively big month for makeup because I did makeup for a church Christmas play. I was asked to just do a little bit of like stage makeup, and it was my first time doing makeup on other people and for an event like this, so I did actually pick up quite a bit specifically for that event. And then I ended up just adding these to my collection. When I was done using them, I just wanted some fresh products and just make sure I was doing everything right. Some of this is BoxyCharm, and then some of this were just things I decided to pick up. But let's start in with my NYX Brow Glue. I did pick this up specifically for that event. I wanted a fresh brow product, one that had not been used. I've heard good things about this, and I did really like it. I have used it on myself. I'm wearing it today, and I feel like this is really good. I think that for me, I've got thinner brows, so I think this is ideal for someone with a little bit like thinner brows, and I don't have as much brow hair to work with. I did use a light hand with it, but overall, I'm not mad at it. When I did use it on clients, I did like what it did for that. So yeah, I enjoyed this. It's reliable. I wouldn't say it's a favorite, but it is reliable. And then another brow gel that I picked up for myself. I bought this at Sephora. My husband gave me a gift card to there for Christmas, but I picked up the Anastasia. It's the Brow Freeze Gel. And this one I would recommend for thicker brows. I like it, but I feel like it can get a little bit thick for my thin brows. But it's got the brush on both ends, and then it's got a flat end there to kind of flatten the brows out. And I did really like it, but again, I have to use a light hand. And if you have thicker brows and you really want to get those brow hairs in place, I think this would be good. I think for me, I just got to be careful with how much of this I actually use. So for primers, I picked up the Natasha Denona High Gen Energizing Primer Serum. Again, I picked this up as a just as a personal thing that I got. I got it when I picked up the Brow Freeze Gel. Again, a part of that gift card that my husband got me for Christmas. So this has been on my wish list for a while, and it is an illuminating primer. I did notice that, but I also noticed that it's got a slightly tacky base. And I feel like it's like a step down from like the E.L.F. Hydro Grip or the Milk Makeup. What is it, that Hydro Grip? Are they both the Hydro Grip? The Milk one that's so popular, and the E.L.F. one, I use the Mint Milk, but I think it's just in the Jelly Pop formula. I don't know. I could be wrong on that one. But I felt like it was kind of like that, but less tacky, but still like my makeup is showed through my makeup really well. I liked what it did to my skin. And I have been getting like going away from illuminating primer and just preferring more of a what is it called, more of just a hydrated base. But considering that this is illuminating, I did like the way my makeup looked on top of it. I like that it has like the primer feel to it, the slightly tacky base, but it's not overly tacky to where it feels like glue on my face, which is what I did not like about the E.L.F. one and the Milk Makeup one. That and the Milk Makeup one did make me break out pretty bad. But again, this is pretty, and it feels like I get the luxurious experience out of it. And again, just one of those things that I did like. Now, these three E.L.F. primers, I got them in a sale set as part of I got a lot from the Black Friday sale that I'm putting in December's makeup monthly. But the E.L.F. Putty primer, the luminous version, the poreless version, and the matte version. I figured this would be great. Fresh primers. I've got one for every skin type for doing the client makeup, and then I played with them on myself, and it feels really good. I'm late to the game on these. I know people rave about them. I like them for pore filling. I like that each of them kind of did what they needed to do. Like the poreless just filled in the pores. I got a matte effect from the matte one. And then the luminous one, I didn't really get too much of a luminosity, but like just enough to make the skin look nice and plump. So again, I'm not mad at it. It's not like this illuminating. This is more like a subtle illuminating, but it did what the claim is, and I can see myself really enjoying these in my collection. And then finally, in my BoxyCharm, I got the Appeal Hydrating Eyeshadow primer. And I like this. I was glad to have gotten another eyeshadow primer. I don't pick these up for myself. I just try to get these in my BoxyCharm. This one actually was one of the items that was chosen for me. And I like the cooling effect. Like, it's got this little cooling wand on it. So I really like the cooling effect it has on my skin or on my eyes. I do feel like I get the luxury experience out of this. It is a tacky primer, so it could be good as a glitter glue, or with eyeshadow primers like this, I often will have to set them down with a powder. Some eyeshadow primers I feel like you don't have to set down, some I feel like you do. This is one of those that I feel like you do. And actually, if you wanted a glitter glue, but you didn't really want the effect, like the full-on tacky effect of a glitter glue, I feel like this could be good to use in place of that, just a little more subtle. For lips, I got the Anastasia one in my BoxyCharm. It was a choice of mine. And I was excited because it's newer to the market, and when I wore it, I just didn't like it. It's one of those products where it's a comfort matte, but the color itself is like really, really pale, and unfortunately, it's one of those lip products I just don't feel like I can blend out. I haven't seen any like reviews on this, but it's one of those that kind of makes my skin look washed out. You can't really work with lip liners. Like, it's a little too thick for a lip liner. It's not one that I feel like I just can't work with it. Like, it's just one of those, the color's there and it's there. If I'm being completely honest, I do see myself eventually decluttering this. I might give it one more chance, but again, I just don't like it. Now, this Kylie Cosmetics, it's the Supple Kiss Lip Glaze. I did buy this for the client makeup. Again, I just wanted a fresh gloss. I did not use the applicator. I used the disposables on all of my products here. I did put it on a little while ago. It definitely doesn't stay, but I just want like a neutral, like something to just make the lips shine a little bit. So it doesn't stay. The staying power is not great. I had to reapply it a lot on the ladies I did makeup on, but and then I've had to reapply it. Like, I put this on like an hour ago and it's not doing anything for my lips. I don't have anything underneath it, but it's underwhelming, but the color's nice. And if you are one who can reapply lipstick a lot throughout the day, you might like it. Personally, I like a lip color that I have to apply very minimally, and I know especially with glosses you have to reapply, like lip products in general, but this one I feel like you have to reapply like every 30 minutes. And I've got one more skincare item here. It's the Clinique Smart Clinical Repair Eye Cream. I got this when it was like a gift with purchase item from Ulta, and I like it. It takes a while for me to know whether or not I like skincare, but it feels nice on the skin. It feels good on the skin. I do enjoy it, so I don't really have much to say about it, but I do enjoy it. And then another item I picked up specifically for client makeup is another one of the R.E.M. It's the Lip and Cheek Tint, and I've got mine in the shade Front Row Center. I picked this up because it's a lip and cheek tint and it's neutral. And upon applying it, I am wearing it today as my blush. It does pull very orange. When I was trying to pick out client makeup, I wanted to go something very neutral, very like a little bit more subtle, but enough to shine on stage. And I felt like the couple of people I did use this on, I felt like it worked well. I don't think it's my favorite. Like, I love the formula. The formula is beautiful. It blends out nicely, as you can see on my cheeks here. It's one of those that it's a little orange, so I really had to be specific with people I used it on, but I did bring another blush to when this wasn't working, but I didn't have any problems when I did wear it and when I did use it. And then a concealer that I got in my BoxyCharm, the Alleyopp Game Face Second Skin Concealer. Again, I am wearing this today. The coverage is not great, but I love it's more like a light to medium coverage. I love the doe foot applicator, and then Alleyopp is actually known for being a multi-use brand, and normally these sponges don't do much, but I was able to blend it out with the sponges fine. I'll use a bigger sponge, like a beauty blender type sponge to help with the fine lines. But again, I'm not like, this is really good. Normally these sponges don't do good, and again, the purpose of Alleyopp is multi-use products. I've gotten a few of these in past boxes, and I liked every single one of them. A couple of perfumes I got, again, gifts with purchase. The Clinique one, I'm wearing it today, and it definitely smells a little bit more orange. Yeah, it's got like a subtle like orange kind of smell. I don't know a lot about perfumes, but I will be adding these to my normal perfume collection. It smells good. It's very sweet. I wouldn't say it's a favorite of mine, but I'd say it's good enough. and I do, like, I'm enjoying wearing it. It's not something I just see myself reaching for every day. But the Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb, I don't know which scent this is. There's a couple of different ones. I love this scent. I've actually, again, not one to like perfumes, and I'm not a big fragrance person, but this has actually been one of the very few that's been on my wish list. And this one I do see myself purchasing the full size on because it smells so good. And now I'm not like a heavy drinker or anything, but it smells to me like red wine, like a sweet red wine, and I really like the smell of red wine. Again, I'm not a heavy drinker, but I do enjoy the smell of it. And it's got some subtle floral scents, in which I do like the smell of floral as well. And the packaging is just so cute, even in this little tiny little sample size bottle. Again, a Sephora gift with purchase, so I will be adding this to my collection. I do have quite a few of these little sample sizes that I get with like Sephora like sample purchases, which I just put in my sample. I have a little sample box, but these minis like this I will actually put in my normal perfume collection. Another BoxyCharm item is the Natasha Denona Rose and Wood palette. I saw this in the spoilers and I just had to have it because it's Natasha Denona. Now, all of these shades are in the Natasha Denona Glam palette. When I looked at the shade name center eyelid, outer eyelid, inner corner, lash line, and center eyelid, I pulled out the Glam palette. I didn't do swatch for swatch verbatim, but I looked at the eyeshadow shades really closely, and they are the exact same shades. So if you have a Glam palette, I mean, this is a BoxyCharm exclusive, but I am glad that I have this one. It's a good like mini version of that one. The only thing I will say is that they only gave us one deep shade, which I have been able to blend out if I use the proper techniques, but I wish that instead of one of these shimmers, like one of the two gold shades, I wish they would have replaced with like a mid-tone transition shade. That is a tongue twister, and my words are just, I'm fumbling over my words again today, but I wish they would have done that mid-tone shade so I get a full look out of these, because the way I like to do an eye look is I like a mid-tone in the crease, a deeper shade in the outer corner, and then a shimmer on the lid. So 2 shimmers, 2 mattes, or no, 3 shimmers and 2 mattes would have been great. They also have this shimmer, which is beautiful. Again, I would have switched out a gold shade for like a mid-tone shade instead of having to pull from another palette. That way I have a curated like 5-pan palette of the Glam, which would have been perfect, but I'm not mad at it. It is pretty. It's Natasha Denona. I just wish the curation was a little bit different. And for another client makeup piece, I picked up the Makeup Forever Professional Paris palette. I got this thinking I was going to use it to mix foundation shades. I ended up using it more as a contour kit, and so I didn't use it as much as I thought I would, but I am glad that I have it because it has been on my wish list for a while. I only used it on my face one time, and I do want to use it more before I like really give my final thoughts. But the one time I used it, I kind of used it to just brighten instead of like a foundation. I just did like contour and highlight all over my face, and it blended out perfectly. I did use one of the bronzer shades on one of the people I did makeup on, and again, the blend was perfectly. I got it a little bit too deep at first, but when I blended it blended out without a problem. And that's one thing I really do look for, especially in like a palette like this, or just any kind of bronzer contour, something that blends out smoothly, and this blended out like a dream. So I do want to play around more with it before I really put some final thoughts. So if you would like some updated thoughts specifically on this palette or any of these items, please let me know. But from what I used of it and how I liked it on clients, I liked it. It was great. It was beautiful. I mean, I've been getting into Makeup Forever this year. I feel like this is one of my brand discoveries this year was Makeup Forever, so I do want to try more from them. But again, I liked it. It was beautiful, and I can't wait to keep playing with it. And the last of the items are mascaras. So these I did pick up again specifically for client makeup. And Ulta was having a sale. They were $12 for like some high-end mascara, so I ended up getting those. The first one I got was the Essence Lash Princess line. I've got the green one back in my normal collection. That is technically a repurchase, so I don't put that in like my monthly testing area, but I did get all of these. I've got the lash primer, which is beautiful. I love it. I love it under mascara. It's great. The Lash Princess False Effect Lash, the blue one, which is probably my favorite of the bunch. That and the green one. Again, beautiful, beautiful wand. Beautiful on the eyelashes. I love it. And then my least favorite, but still good, is the pink one. It's the Curl and Volume Mascara. I just don't like the Curl and Volume Mascaras. The ones are too fat for my eyes and my eyelashes. I like to be able to get underneath my eyelashes. But still good nonetheless. And then the last two mascaras I picked up were from Clinique. This was just something I picked up for myself. It was $12. It's Clinique. I had to have it. So the one I picked up was the Clinique High Impact Mascara. This is, I think, the Black Honey shade, the brown one, and I am wearing it today, and it's beautiful. Now, at first, I did not like this. I had a problem, like, it was too wet, it was smudgy, it wasn't working right, and then as I used it more and more, and usually mascaras, they say don't judge it on the first try, judge it on like the 5th or 6th try, which as time went on, I liked it more and more. The color is pretty, and I actually really did enjoy it under the Lash primer, which I'm not doing that today. I just wanted to do a quick lash testing by itself, but it's beautiful. It's soft. I mean, a brown mascara is going to be soft. I did want to add a brown mascara to my collection. I did not have one up until today, and now I have one. And then with another gift with purchase was the High Impact Mascara in black. Again, the same thing. I didn't like it at first. The first few tries, I was just like, it's okay. It's not great, not really worth it. And then I liked it more and more and more. I wouldn't say these two are favorites, but I would say they are really, really good. And I mean, I got it with a gift with purchase, so I'm not mad at it. And I mean, again, Clinique, you cannot get cheap. So, I mean, even on a mascara. So I was happy to have that. That is everything in my Makeup Monthly. I cannot believe we are at the end of the year. Stay tuned because I do have my Project Pan updates coming. But anyway, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. I do videos focusing on beauty and lifestyle, and my goal on this platform is to share my love for beauty as well as my love for Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And if that's what you're into, hit that subscribe button, and if not, but you still want to stick around, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.